Hello and welcome. This is Ahmed Hafiz, and today we will talk about inventory management module in Dynamics 365 Supply Chain Management. Inventory management module will allow you to control and optimize your inventory, like on-hand inventory transaction. From inventory management, you can set up size, the warehouse. You can also manage the quality control from module. I will start now by the inventory. So you need to go to inventory management from here. Go to modules, inventory management. To create a new journal, inventory journal, you go to here, journal entry, item. Then we have five types of journals like movement, inventory adjustment, transfer, bill of material, and inventory ownership change. Movement journal and adjustment journal are very similar. You can use any of them to adjust your inventory, like add quantity or deduct quantity from your warehouse. The difference between the movement and adjustment journal is in the movement journal, you can set the offset account manually. The offset account means the expense account that will be used for posting adjustment. The adjustment journal will inherit the offset account from the inventory posting screen or the item group screen. So let's begin by creating. Go to here, click on new. We can set here site and warehouse. Click OK. New. Here you need to set the posting date. Here I can set the item number like AH100. I need to set here the quantity. If I set this as positive quantity, this means I will add quantity to my warehouse. If I set this as negative quantity, this means I will deduct quantity from my warehouse. So I will add some quantity here. Then I need to add the offset account manually. So I can use any main account posting. I can just click anything here. Then I can validate the journal to check that everything is okay. Then I can post. If I need to check the inventory transaction, I can check it from here. Is the inventory transaction. If I need to see the on hand, I can see from here. Now we have 100 because I have any on hand before. We usually use the inventory movement journal to upload the opening balance, the data migration. The next one is the inventory adjustment. We'll go fast, then inventory adjustment, then click new, set the site, warehouse, click OK. It's very similar to the movement journal, but you will not see the offset account column. So let's the posting here our item, and we can set this time negative quantity -10. Validate, click post. Now I want to show you the transfer journal. So go to here, transfer journal, click new, click OK, then add the line, our item. Then the application will ask you what is the source site. Site 1. What is the destination? Site. It will be also site 1. What is the source? Warehouse. Warehouse 11. What's the destination? This warehouse 13. Then you can set here sorry, the quantity like 20, for example. Then click validate, then post. Now we posted transaction. We deducted quantity from warehouse 11 and we increased the quantity in warehouse 13. The remaining two journals, bill of material and inventory ownership change, will be skipped this time because this one will require something called home or bill of material setup, and we can cover this journal when we talk about the production control module. This one requires something called consignment cycle, and we can cover this one while talking about procurement and sourcing. Now I can show you different way to transfer the quantity between warehouses. So if you go here for to inbound orders, then transfer order, click new, you can set here the source warehouse, destination warehouse, then you need to the item here, the transfer quantity, then you to click save, then the difference between the transfer order and transfer journal is shipped and received automatically while posting the journal. The transfer journal requires two steps: ship, then receive. So ship this now, click here, then ship transfer order. Will ask me which quantity to ship. I will say all. Click OK. Notice here the status updated to shipped. Now we need to receive. Go to receive. Click on receive. Again, the application will ask you which quantity you need to receive. I will say all. Click OK. Now the transfer order status is updated to receive. The next thing that I want to show is how to see on hand. So here in inquiries and reports, there is something called on hand list. So click on hand list. Then you can set here the filter criteria. So if I click apply, it will show me everything, but it may require time and cause performance. So you can start by adding some filters like item number, then click apply. Now you can see the on hand of the item. If we need to see the on hand based on the site dimension, warehouse dimension, we can display the dimension from here. Click here on dimension, then select the dimension you need to display. So I need to display the site and warehouse. Then I can save this setup because I don't want to do this step every time. I click OK. Now I can see that we have our on hand on three different warehouses on 11, 13, and 21. 11 has 40 each, 13 has 30 each, 21 has 10 each. Now I want to show you how to count your warehouse. So inventory management, item counting, then counting, create the new journal. Here you can set the warehouse you need to count. Then click OK. Then you can create the lines manually or create the lines from the on hand. I will create the lines from on hand. So here you can set here the dimension needed to be displayed in. I don't need all of these. You can set here also the maximum number of lines. Then you can filter here on a specific item. I will filter on one item. Click OK. Now the application say we have 11 from this item. But physically, when I went to warehouse 11, I found 35 only. So the application will post -5. Then you need to click validate, then click post. The same way you can view the transaction. It will has different reference here, counting, and it is sold because we deducted 5. You can see the details of the transaction and you can see the voucher of the transaction. The next thing is the transaction screen. From here you can see all the inventory transaction for all items. So as you can see here we have this item, we have this item, have different items here. We usually use these to review the transaction. It's a very useful screen. The next thing that I want to show you how to create site and warehouse. So if you go to inventory management setup, inventory breakdown, then sites, you can create new site from here and let's call it site 10. I can call it Dallas. You can set the address from here and click on save. Then we can create the warehouse. Click new. I will call it 1 1 Dallas 1. You can set the site from here. It will site 10. The type here we have different options. Default is normal warehouse, quarantine for quarantine management, for quality management. Transit is used for transfer order, put in transit, and under delivery is used for another module called landed cost. So this one I will use default. Then one more thing here, if you want to enable this warehouse for warehouse management processes, you can enable this from here. Then you need to click on. We have also section for the quality control here in the inventory management module. So if you click here, we have different menus. So first one is the item sampling. Determine the percentage needed for quality test. So you can say one piece or 1% or 100%. It depends on the business. So you can set what you need from here. The next thing is a test. This is a test that you need to perform on the products. Next thing is test group. You can group now multiple tests here in one group, like this one. It group has two tests here. The next one is quality group. Here you can create group for items. So if you have group of items that require the same number of tests, you can create a group for them. So here you can create group quality groups and click on items or add items. So here you can see all the items belong to this quality group. The last one that I want to show you is a quality association. Here you will set when the quality order should be created. So for example, here we expand it. So this quality order will be created for purchase order for item M008 for any site, and the quality order will be created when posting the product receipt. If the quality order is not completed or the quality test is failed, it will block the invoice. You can set here the test required for this item and the item sampling and the acceptable quality level. You can also create quality order manually. So if you go to inventory management, periodic tasks, quality management, then quality order, you can create this manually from here. Let's say we will create it for inventory type. This will reserve and perform quality tests on the specific sample from the on hand. So let's say we will perform quality on this item, and we need this test group, and we need to perform this quality on 10 pieces only, and this will be for site 1 and warehouse 11. Then you can click OK. So this quality group require two tests here. Here you can enter the results, but let's check first what is the acceptable values. So if you go here to test, you will see the acceptable here is pass or fail, and we should have pass. So if we need to go here in results and select outcome pass here, let's here, and as you see here, the test result is fine. Save, and let's go to the next one. So this one has uh, fractions here, decimals here. So the minimum value is 9.9 and the max quantity is 10.20. So if we set anything, any value between these two numbers, the test will be okay. So let's say I can set 10 here. So the test result is fine here. Then I can click on validate, and if I need to accept the error, I can accept the error from here. Then click OK. Now the quality order is completed and the status is updated to pass. The next thing that I want to show you is inventory posting. In setup here we have menu for posting and here posting. So from here you can set up the inventory posting for all the items, for sales order, for purchase order, production. so on. The next thing that I want to show you is how to create journal names. So if you go to inventory management and set up the journal names, then inventory, you can see here all the journal names that we used in the previous examples. So if you need to create a new journal name, click on new. Let's call it movement. Give it a description like movement. Here you need to select the journal type. You will use it for movement or adjustment or transfer. I will use this one for movement. Here is the voucher. This is the number sequence that will be used for voucher. Here detail levels, it means do you need the voucher to be on the item level or on the summary level. Here is a selection by. Do you need to select the voucher number while entering the line or while posting? Do you need to change the voucher when you change the date? If you have posting date on the journal line, if you change the date, it will create a new voucher. Here you can set the offset account to be defaulted when creating movement journal. You can block the journal for specific user group. You can set up workflow if needed. You can set the reservation to automatic or manual according to your business need. The last thing that I want to show you is manual inventory blocking. You can block inventory manually. So if you go here, periodic tasks, inventory blocking, you can create a new blocking from here. You can select the item number like AH101 and you can set description for quality and the quantity. I need to block 10 pieces from this one and I can set here the site and warehouse. Click OK. If you click here, you will see the blocking created two transactions here for reserve the quantity ordered and physical reserve. Finally, inventory management is one of the core modules. It has integration with many modules like procurement and sourcing, sales and marketing, production control. So you need to read more about inventory management on Microsoft Docs. So thank you for watching and wish you best of luck in your career.